What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the next to last episode of Ready to Love. You guys, I am so ready for this season to be over. This, for me, has been the worst season. It's been horrible. I know usually we get to the end of the season, we have forced couples, but this is one season where I can't say that anybody is a couple. But yeah, and this cast is annoying. I gotta put it out there. This cast is so fucking annoying. They annoy my spirit. They annoy me. They annoy me. They annoy me. They annoy me. But before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and aren't subscribed, do me a solid favor. Stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video, you guys, and give me a big, huge thumbs up. And with that out the way, without further ado, let's discuss Ready to Love, shall we? All right, you guys. So, like I was saying, this cast annoys me, right? I can't say it's that some of these people on this show are so reactive, and it just really annoys me. Some of them get so damn defensive about the things that you tweet because they like, oh, they didn't show this, they didn't show that. I get what you guys are saying, that they don't show us everything, but at the same time, y'all have to remember, y'all are watching what we're watching. We don't know the context. We don't know the behind the scenes conversations. We don't know that stuff. We don't know that. And also, when it comes to me, if you guys see any of my tweets, especially to the cast, if you guys see any of my tweets, I'm being facetious. I'm joking. I'm taking, this is lighthearted. I don't know you. I don't care about this show like that. I just have fun when I'm tweeting. Because Thursday, I got a quote retweet from Randall. And my tweet last week said, Randall could kiss my, I was like, Randall could have kissed my black ass or something like that. So he quotes retweets me 6 days later asking, am I okay? And I had to hit him with, I was being facetious. Actually, my exact response to him was, I was being facetious 6 days ago. He didn't respond back to me. And then this morning I woke up and I saw that I didn't know who this was because somebody had just put a question mark. They responded to my tweet with a question mark, and the screen name has BEE with some numbers after it. And I was like, who the hell is this? But then I had to read the tweet, and my tweet says, so it's about what happened at the end of the episode. And I said, you know, Mike and his black eyes and short shorts, aka Randall, did the same thing that a certain guy, which we'll talk about that when we get to the end of the review. Mike and short shorts have done the same thing to Kayla, Brandy, and Jamala. They were just slick about it. So the person put question mark, and then I put two and two together. I'm like, this must be Brandy. And I think I'm pretty positive it's Brandy, right? Because I went through her Twitter, I went through her tweets, because she's not following anybody, and she doesn't follow anybody, and nobody follows her. So I'm thinking she just recently made this Twitter. But I went through and saw all the tweets that she had responded to, and it was about Brandy. So I'm like, obviously, this is Brandy. And Brandy, I've said nothing but positive. I've said nothing but positive things about you on Twitter and in my reviews. I think I like Brandy, right? But she was, I guess she's asked him, I don't know what the question mark is for, so I'm going to address it on the video, and I'm going to tweet her back too. The question, what I said was, Mike and Randall are doing the same things that the certain person who left at the end of the episode has done. And so to answer the question, if she was questioning what I meant, Mike is playing you just like he's playing Kayla. The only difference is I do believe that Mike is going to choose you in the end, but I still think Mike is playing a game. I don't think Mike is genuine about anything. I don't think Mike is genuine. I know you guys say that you guys have conversations outside of this show. They don't show us that. All I can go off of is what I see on the show for the 40 minutes that is on. or less than that because they have so many damn commercials. So that's all I have to go on. So if Mike has shown you something differently, it is what it is. I don't see how because I mean, this is the same man who told you he didn't want to do a long distance relationship because you're a flight attendant. That would be a red flag for me because first of all, you're not long distance. You just travel for your job and you come back home once the job is done. It's the same thing like anybody does with their normal everyday job. If before the pandemic, if you before the pandemic worked 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour from your job, it's called a commute. So she's commuting for her job. The difference with her commute is, and what a lot of other people's commute is, her commute takes her to different cities, different states. So that's not long distance. At the end of the day, she comes back home. So keep that in mind, Brandy. But like I said, I'm gonna tweet her and ask her, what the question mark was about. But yeah, so this week, Tommy wants the latest. I'm not doing any impressions because this episode was boring as hell. I'm over this season. I'm ready for it to wrap up. Tommy wants the ladies to introduce the men to their families. He asked the ladies how was a trip for them. Well, after the trip, Sharice talked about how she took Samson out. I don't care. Let's get into these meetings. Let's get into this. Let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So the first person up is Brandy. So Brandy is introducing Mike to her mom and her dad, right? Brandy, I don't know how you didn't see this. Like, even I can see this. Mike, this is like an interview for Mike. This is like Mike trying to get a job because Mike was giving all the cookie cutter answers. I don't think Mike was being genuine in this particular moment. If you guys believe Mike was being genuine, let me know in the comment section, but I just don't buy anything that comes from raccoon-eyed Mike. So they asked what does he like about her. He says he likes her personality. Like, I love Brandy's dad. Brandy's dad clocked the hell out of Mike, or was it Kayla's dad? One of their dads clocked the shit out of him. One day dad's oh no, Brandy's dad did clock him though, because he asked her dad asked does he sell drugs. I mean shit, it's an honest question. It's an honest question, but they asked what did he like about her. He says her personality, but he doesn't like her job. Brandy, please listen to what this man is saying to you. If this man is that dumb to think that you are going to be in a long distance relationship because you're a flight attendant, he's already telling you he's not, if we're in a relationship, he's already basically telling you he's not going to be faithful to you. I just want you to, as Destiny's Child says, the writings are on the wall. Like I mean, come on, because he's telling you that it's going to be hard for him with you being a flight attendant. Like I just posed the question earlier in the review before I even started it. What's the difference between a flight attendant and someone who commutes? If you are not a work from home type of person, if your job doesn't have you work from home, there's only one difference between a work from home job and a job where you commute. Work from home means you're working at home. Now, if you commute and you work in the office every 5 days out of the week, or however many days you go to work, the only difference between working in an office space, warehouse, wherever you work, and Brandy is literally the fact that her job just takes her to. She might even go to different countries. I don't know that, but I'm just saying. Let's just say for the sake of the saying, she just works for a company that just doesn't go international. I don't know which ones that would be, but let's just say she even says she can make her own schedule. What you tripping about, dude? Like, Brandy, the writings are on the wall. Mike ain't trying to settle down. So he asked them how they saw her in a healthy relationship. They said that he'll be the first. I'm like, oh my God. That make it, I remember earlier in the season, Brandy saying that she hadn't been in a real relationship. If you pick Mike, you still won't be in a real relationship. I'm just putting that out there for you right now. You pick Mike, you still won't be in a real relationship. So they asked him, does he want to have more kids, right? Because y'all know Mike already has 3. Yeah, that answer that he gave, it was just like, I guess I'm on board. Say what now? Never mind. I'm not gonna go too deep in on Mike. Let's pause. Let's keep going. So next up we see Kadian. So Kadian is introducing Swayze to her godmother. Her godmother, beautiful woman. But Kadian is beautiful too. Now you guys, if there is any couple going into the finale, it's these two. But at the same time, these two only give me friendship vibe. I just don't see it. Because I could see where, so Kadian was talking to her godmother, right? So she's talking about the fact that it is hard to have a conversation with Mike. Not Mike, but Swayze. It's kind of like, and I tweeted, it's kind of like pulling teeth, get anything out of Swayze. And I saw later in the episode, I'm like, oh, I see what she means. You know what's so interesting, right? Kadian and Charisse were the two women that I didn't necessarily like in this season. And coming to the end of the season, I don't feel the same way. And you guys remember the only thing that I had an issue with Kadian was when she defended, oh boy, when she defended Justice. That was my only issue with her because she just seemed, in that particular moment, she seemed male identified. And I don't understand male identified women. I'm a man and I'm not even male identified. Like, I don't identify with some of the things that, and I feel like that's probably a good reason why most of the Ready to Love men might not be the biggest fan of me, because I just don't identify with them and the fuck shit that they come to us with. But so her godmother asked, what does he like about, Katie? And he says he likes her personality and the way that she carries herself, but the communication is off. Now here's my question for you, Mr. Swayze. If the communication is off, have you tried to find a workaround, right? Have you said, okay, no, he hasn't, because like I just said a few minutes ago, it's like pulling teeth. And I saw a lot of people last night saying that Kadian is combative. Absolutely, she is combative, but in this particular moment, she's not being, and you guys know, I just told you, I wasn't the biggest fan of Kadian, but in this particular moment, she wasn't being combative. I didn't see the combativeness, but hey, if you guys saw combative, I didn't. I saw a man who, even her godmother was asking him questions and he was reluctant to answer those questions. So I don't know how he gonna come at Kadian and call her combative, but okay, you guys. Okay. Because she asked him, what does the future looks like? And he shut down. I was like, sir, I don't think that the woman is specifically saying, tomorrow, do you want to ask Kadian to marry you? Tomorrow, do you want to get Kadian pregnant? Now, at the end of the episode in the ladies' lounge, she did talk about that, and I'm like, oh, girl, we moving a little too fast. But I think when people ask you, what does the future look like? You can always say, here's a perfect response to, what does the future look like? What does my future look like? Anything can happen, right? That's the number one thing I always say. Anything can happen, but I always say, my hope, my goal, my plans are for in 5 years to be da da da. I'll actually give you guys what my 5-year goal is. My 5-year goal is for me to have finished grad school, own my own home, and have maybe a child or two. Those are my 5-year goals. But I also say, if those are not if that's not what God wants for me, whatever God wants me in the next 5 years, I will openly accept it, right? There you go. There you go. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. Next up, Jamala. Oh my God, we're already at 14 minutes. Jamala. Oh, Jamala. I like you. I like you, Jamala. And I've said this plenty of times. I like you, but that makeup. What the hell, Jamala? So here's the thing I will say. I don't know what's up with the make. I don't know if it doesn't translate on the camera well or what. Because I don't know if it's here's the thing. I don't know if it doesn't translate well on camera or if it's the lighting. Because it could be the lighting. Because in that scene with her mother and her sister, she's introducing Randall to her sister. Now, mind you, on weekends, they are whoever's behind that Twitter account, shady as hell. Because I kept calling Randall short shorts all night, so that way next week, in 6 days, if he see my tweets, he'll have to really think about who I'm talking about. Because I said short shorts the whole episode. Short shorts. So they asked me who was Short Shorts, and I said his nickname is Rah Rah. Oh, I still hate Rah Rah. So Jamala's makeup, like I said, it was just really gold. It was really gold. It was kind of goldish green, and I was just kind of confused. I was thinking maybe it's the lighting, or maybe it's just the foundation. I don't know, because Jamala on Instagram, if you guys go look at her Instagram page, pretty, right? But this show and her makeup on the show, it translates terribly. just just saying, just saying. And I know one thing I saw from Brandon was like they do professional makeup. They do professional makeup in your interviews, unless you, before you go to your scene, get the makeup done professionally. Whoever owned hires to do these makeup and hair in the confessionals, fire them because they're terrible. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, Jamala is introducing her mom and sister to Randall, and I really just feel bad for Jamala because Jamala is chasing Randall. Randall is still feeling a way about the retreat, and she doesn't know this. And I'm like, see, this is what I've been talking about all season. These men are playing games. And like I told you guys last week, so we're going to keep this in mind. So we're going to come back to this next week when we get to the finale. So I'm going to call it now. I don't think we're going to have that many couples. I really don't. So of the people that I think might make it as a couple, I don't know why Charisse is going into the finale. But we'll talk about Charisse in just a minute. I just don't know why Charisse is going into the finale. She should have went home herself. I hope she did. Because if Charisse stays, who's going to pick? Why is she going to the finale? Yeah, I'm hoping Charisse goes home herself. I've grown to like Charisse, but I hope Charisse goes home herself because she definitely ain't got no match there. What am I talking about? Who am I talking about? Oh, the couples. So if we do get any couples in the finale, I'm going to say it's going to be Mike and Brandy, although I don't want that for Brandy, and Randall and Jamala. Those are the only two that I'm thinking. I don't see Mike picking Kayla. I really don't see Mike picking Kayla. And I don't see Randall picking Kayla because Randall, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Because I think, and this is no disrespect or no shade to Kayla, because I'm not going to say what Katie said earlier in a few episodes ago. What I think Kayla was a consolation prize, right? And I'm gonna explain it again, because initially, if you guys go back to the beginning of the season, Randall had the connection with Trinika and with Jamala, but also in the beginning of the season, Randall supposedly had a stronger connection with Trinika, but sent Trinika home last week, right? Didn't make any sense to me, right? But then he's having these issues with Jamala, her insecurities. Randall, you do realize that you are contributing to those insecurities, right? You do realize that by not giving her, and I don't even think Jamala is saying she needs a definitive answer. I think the thing for Jamala is the fact that you just won't say, you won't tell her which way you're thinking. That's what the issue is. You won't say how you're thinking, how you're feeling. But he wants to play it off as she's insecure. You're contributing to it, sir. Miss me with the BS. So her sister talked about the trip. He says he wanted her to allow him to talk to other women. I don't care. So her father had a few questions for him. How will he do in conflict? I don't care about that because I think that was a pageant answer. And he also asked, will he protect and provide? He will protect and he might protect and provide, but not for Jamala because they are not going to be. Well, they may make it to the end, but they're not going to be a long-lasting couple. Just saying. Let's pause here and move forward. Charisse, you guys. So Charisse is introducing Samson to her dad, and you guys, Samson showed up with a gift for her dad. I was like, is this a trend? So, because you guys know I guess that's his calling card to give gifts. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, I like a nice gift myself, but really, it just kind of seems like you're trying to butter people up. I'm just saying. Samson, don't get in your feelings. Just saying how I feel. Um, Honestly, in this scene, I got Charisse. So the thing from Charisse is she wanted Samson to be more open to her. That's not something that he's been doing, and I understood exactly where she was coming from. This man is giving vague surface answers. Her daddy, on the other hand, liked it, but her daddy liked it because he said he went to Morehouse, and I was like, uh huh. And so Charisse asked her daddy, you see yourself in him?" He said, "Yep." I said, "I knew it." When he liked him, and she was sitting there trying to say she wants more, and her dad said he felt like he knew him. I'm like, yo, daddy only likes him because number one, he sees himself in Samson, and he said he went to Morehouse. Those are the only two reasons that your daddy liked that man. Oh, you guys. So next up, we see Kayla. So Kayla is introducing Mike in short shorts to her parents. Oh, I feel my good sis Kayla is just going out bad. Once again, neither one of these men are here for her. They not. I will be surprised if Randall chooses her. I will be surprised, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I want the ladies this season to all pull a Sabrina. I want every last one of these women to pull a Sabrina and say, "I choose me." Yeah, because I didn't get nothing from. So I wasn't even listening to Mike or Randall talk. I know that Kayla's dad won for the shit, and I was like, "Amen, daddy." I like her daddy. Her daddy and I can go out for me and her daddy can go out for a beer, because that's my type of dude right there. He called him, but he could see right through. He could see right through the bullshit. He could see through it. Let's pause here and wrap up this damn episode. So Katie and then Mike went out after meeting with her godmother, right? Y'all, like I said earlier, this is the point where I realized what Katie was saying. It's like pulling teeth trying to get anything from this man. He doesn't want to answer any questions, like nothing. Nothing. And talking about they need to work on their communication. No, it's you. 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 Like he's acting as if Katie is saying, "Get me pregnant right now. Give me an engagement ring." No, thank you. No, thank you. If I'm leaving anything out, you guys, we can discuss it in the comment section. But this episode, like I told you guys, this episode annoyed me. I was tired of it. I was ready for it to go off as soon as it came on. The ladies' lounge. I don't know what. Only good thing that came out the ladies' lounge is the fact that the women were talking about when Charisse was talking about Samson and her daddy. The only good thing that came from that is that some of the women said that Samson had told them that he was there, he had a stronger connection with them and not Charisse. I've been telling you guys that for weeks that Samson and Charisse didn't have no damn connection. And like I knew that there was no connection between them. So Tommy told her that the decision was hers to go. This reminded me of David and Liz from season 3. This reminded me of Liz and David from season 3 Houston, when Liz tried to eliminate David and David flipped the script on Liz. That's exactly what the hell happened with Samson and Charisse. So Samson went left and rude on Charisse, right? He brought up things from the first few episodes about her when she called Mike's kids baggage. I addressed that and I said that was wrong for her to say that. He brought up the whole situation with her and Zoe. Sir, don't go there, because Zoe was dead ass wrong. Zoe was wrong for the way he did Charisse. And like I tweeted last night, I said Charisse, yes. Charisse in the beginning of the season, we as the fans didn't even like Charisse, because we were ready for Charisse to go home, right? But gradually, as the season progressed, Charisse has shown a different side of herself, and suffice it to say, I like Charisse. I never would have thought I would say I like Charisse. I never would have thought I would say I like Charisse, but I'm ending this season liking Charisse. But you guys, that is all I got for Ready to Love. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, share the video, thumbs up the video, and I will see you guys later, you guys. This season, oh my god, and we got a two. I'm pretty positive we got a 2-part reunion. What the hell? I don't need a 2-part reunion for this. Give me 1 hour, give me an hour and 30 minutes and wrap it up. Ready to Love, it's got to go. And I know we got one more season in Miami. Oh, God. I can't do another. Oh, how in the hell did Ready to Love Miami become the worst season compared to DC and Potomac? See you guys later. Bye.